Are we live, Cody?
Yes.
Cody didn't say anything spicy, and it's weird for me that like because I know Cody's here and like he'd probably be giggling and like he doesn't want to be doing that, but it's weird for me for us to go live on a Cody countdown without some fucking weird spicy thing that he's just. I gotta say,
Cody is so spicy on our main campaign, and here he's just so sweet and lovely. And speaking of which, everyone here is sweet and lovely. Welcome to the Brothers Grimm, everyone. Our once a month, second Wednesday of the month campaign.
Holy shit! Molly's been subscribed for 22 months.
22
months.
Wow.
22 months. That's almost 2 years. Holy fuck!
Amazing.
It's our 2-year anniversary on March 17th.
Dang, dude.
Which is going to be coming up very soon. Yeah.
Wait, that's next month.
Next month.
Which month were you subs to us, Molly?
I don't think Molly. I think Molly started 2 months in. Don't be rude, Adam.
Oh my god, Adam.
Oh my god, so there's
So
the spice.
rude.
That's the spice that you
Found
came
this
The
for.
Brothers Grimm is now a duo. After this,
just to
Dude, I gotta get the headspace of Austin. He's an arsehole, you know.
Just two brothers. So I'm gonna jump into some very quick announcements, and then we will jump into these three wonderful brothers here, because if I am not mistaken, y'all are jumping into combat right off the top of the session. There was some tentacles. It was a big time. Okay, a big thank you to our sponsors, Legendcraft, a nerdy wordworking company from Calgary. If anything tickles your fancy, enter the code Blackwater, check out for a discount. We're also proud to be sponsored by Sirenscape, because epic games require epic sound. We have two partners, as you'll remember if you've joined us on our main campaign. We are very proud to be partnered with Legend Keeper. It's an ultimate world building tool created by DMs for DMs. We're so excited to be partnered with these lovely folks. It is a both Canada and US company, which makes us really happy. Go check them out. You can type !Legend Keeper in the chat to use our Blackwater specific link. Go check it out. And starting next month, about a month from now, Tim and I are going to be doing a world building stream once a month where you get behind the scenes sneak peeks at the BlackwaterDnD universe, because it's our hope that when Legend Keeper rolls out this feature, that you will be able to use our campaign as essentially like a proto campaign setting for you, which is really very cool. We're also very proud to be sponsored with or partnered with Kobold Press. We will be starting a campaign with them on March 9th. When is it? March 6th at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on their channel, twitch.tv/Kobold Press. It is a homebrewed campaign DM'd by Tim, set in the Margrave with myself, Adam, and Cody, Brianna DeCoster, as well as Gordy Lucius. Oh, it's great. We have rolled up our characters. The cosplay has mostly arrived. We're getting character art commissioned. It's going to be a treat. Please come hang out with us. It is going to be an absolute delight of a time. Love as always to our dice goddess Keisha and our artist Tiana Kovacevic. You can find them on the Instagrams at Fairy Dragon Dice and Miss._Marston on Instagram. Tiana's commissions are closed at the moment. Sorry, but you can DM her maybe for when she's open again. If you like her art and want to get it on something, you can type !merch, and you can find that on 5 different pieces of art on a bunch of different projects in our Redbubble store. Also, please come hang out in our Discord. It's an amazing place. Type !Discord in the chat. Thank you to everyone who subscribes to us, and those of you who have resubbed this evening. Y'all are delightful. Don't forget to re-up your subs every month, as they don't roll over, and you get a free Twitch sub every month. So if you choose to give that to us, mwah, chef's kiss to you. Thank you so much. And if you are behind on any of these like campaigns that we run, go over to YouTube and go follow them there. I am like losing my words this evening. Type !YouTube in the chat to go. All of the playlists are there. Go have fun. Please also follow us on YouTube. We don't have a lot of YouTube followers, so follow us. Another fantastic, exciting announcement. We are going to be at Fan Expo Vancouver. That is happening at the Vancouver Convention Center. We have 2 panels. Also,
Fires of Athelin. Thank you for the
Athlin, yeah,
raid.
Fires of Athlin. Thank you so much for the raid.
Thank
Hi,
you.
friends.
We
Welcome
appreciate
in. New
you.
friends.
Welcome.
So we have 2 panels on February 19th. The first is at 11 a.m. on stage 3, and we're going to be talking about how to elevate your game through characters and role play. And the second will be at 5:15 p.m. that evening, also on stage 3, for talking about doing a DM's workshop. It's going to be amazing. So if you are in the Pacific Northwest and are able to come to this thing, you can type !fan expo. I'll type it in the chat here to find information. Why is there no Fan Expo? There it is.
Here's a fun little thing. At
Yeah.
Fan Expo, I'll use my real accent. So
whoa.
yeah, that's
we're going to be giving out some giveaways. It's going to be a very fun time. So please come hang out with us at Fan Expo. It will be just a treat. Lastly, for programming for the rest of the week, we are back on Saturday for episode, I think, 83 of our main campaign. Please come hang out with us as we delve deeper into the fire plane. It is going to be a very fun time, and joined by an amazing guest. We will be officially joined by Jeremy Cobb from Three Black Halflings, who character art is being commissioned. It is, ooh, buddy. I have seen the character art. It is going to be, you have not. Cody has and Pond has, but you have not, Adam. So we snuck it in before you got
shit. The fuck? Oh, that's cool. No, I guess we're in an exclusionary situation here.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna look at my art that I have.
I'm just trying to get you into Austin's state of mind. So we're very excited to have him come join us. It might be one session, it might be a couple sessions. Who knows? We're very, very excited. So please go follow him on all the socials and follow us on all our socials too. So lastly, whether you are new with us tonight or you have been with us for ages, thank you so much for your support. We love you immensely, and thank you for hanging out at our table. We hope you feel super welcome here. So without further ado, before I make these creatures fight some tentacles, roll the clip. Roll the clip.
I can do that.
Roll the clip. There's the spice.
Yeah, you.
There he goes. Oh gosh, couldn't make it through the night without some Cody spice. Now we just get to see him on screen as he does it.
I feel attacked. You're gonna have hands, Cody.
That's
You're coming up to Vancouver, get ready for the hands. And when I say hands, I mean the forehead, because I lead with the forehead in a fight. Remember this? Kapow!
Well, at least that will be some good energy to bring into the starting of this session tonight.
Yes.
Because on the last chapter of the Brothers Grimm, Luther, Linus, and Austin Grimm left their mother's house to set out hot on the trail of a cryptid known as the Horned Horror. As I move my notes over here, on their way to town, their van got hit by a creature on a dark road, and they encountered the Great Beast, a colossal eldritch entity that began ripping apart the fabrics of reality to have them heed the call. They walk in two worlds and take the gifts of their D&D characters with them to return the creatures that the Jabberwock, aka Lewis Carroll, and their mother's ex-boyfriend released into the material plane, and he would return their lost one home. Reeling from that encounter, they made their way to Waterford and found a town ill and gaunt. After heading to the watershed and coming into contact with a gasper who told them about the Mire and the Brack, they made their way over to the watershed, and that is where we pick up. So as you head into this watershed over towards this building, you find that there's a myriad of vines that seems to have overrun the building and the filtration system that takes the water towards the town from the reservoir. Some of the vines are thicker than others, and there's this black substance that seems to be emanating from the shed itself and has seeped upward into the walls from the ground that is slick and black. It looks like oil, or algae. As you walk closer towards the watershed, some of the vines whip off at you, and you see revealed 6 huge tentacles bursting out of the door. And I'm going to have everyone roll initiative, please.
Fuck. Oh, my dice box is filled with unpainted minis.
Who hiss?
You get a natural 20, Cody?
No, really close. It was a 19.
That's good. That's
That's
good.
good.
Yes.
I'm glad somebody's going first.
With my initiative of 0.
Well, someone has
It'll be
to.
a 19.
Let's say, sorry. I just
That's my
got
first
so
roll
many
on-
ogres.
My new dice. I just got metal dice.
Ooh.
But yeah,
Pray
dude,
for
we
it,
live
so
for the
it
metal
doesn't knock
dice. I honestly think all metal dice are slightly weighted because I roll really well on one of my metal dice and really badly on the other one, so I only use one pair of metal dice. Hey, I rolled the wrong dice, so it was an 8.
Dang.
It's
This is
11
gonna
total.
suck.
Okay, so here I'll grab them out one by one at a time here. Austin, what do you got?
11.
Okay, and
Silver that we use
Linus.
today.
4.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Pop off.
Super good.
And Luther.
19.
19.
No, nothing.
Amazing.
Brother.
You gotta get down here.
Snapping
All right.
syndrome, brother.
So as you as you come within about 20 feet of this watershed, not expecting anything, the tentacles have burst out of the front of the door, and you see this creature that seems to be both it's almost like it is both separate and part of the watershed itself. It seems to have almost grown itself into part of the building, and you get a look at some modicum of the face that it has. It's somewhat frog-like with its mouth, and the tentacles come right out, and there are just so many teeth, just like too many rows of teeth. And there's this little small tail behind it that allows it to kind of push itself up as it begins to kind of start scuttling its way out the door as it lashes at you. Luther, you manage, even though this creature has gotten the surprise, the jump on you, you manage to get yourself ready. What would you like to do?
If it's coming right at me, I think I'm gonna try to. What do I have? I forgot what I was holding.
You have a Vorpal sword, my dear.
that. I'd
Yeah.
like to use that.
Absolutely.
The most powerful
Please
item in
roll
D&D.
to attack.
I would love to do that.
Please do so.
Right at us.
Snicker snack.
Snicker snack that had
Snicker
Vorpal
snack.
sword.
First
No,
one
it
is
wasn't
a-
Snicker Snack. We changed it because we didn't want to give
That's right.
That's right.
C.S. Lewis
Right,
no credit.
yes. Hit a 21 and a 13 are both
The
my
thir-
swings.
The 13 does not hit, but the 21 does.
Love that.
So as you lash out to it, you manage to catch one of the tentacles as it tries to reach out at you. Roll that damage, please.
Damage. Ooh. It's a 6 and then a 1. Fair. 12.
12 points of damage. Are you smiting at all?
No. I'll save it.
Okay. Sounds good. So you manage to get a little bit of chunk into it, and you don't hear a roar, but it's almost like you feel the ground rumble around you, and as if the pain is emanating from something that is sitting right below
Oh,
the surface that you
tentacle
can
iceberg.
feel. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great.
It's not great.
Austin, you are up next. Your wings
shit.
are out also.
My wings are out.
What would you like to do?
So attractive, Austin is. I
During
attractive.
battle.
fuck yeah, I'm hot.
Super
I take a quick selfie.
Yeah. Seduce it.
I mean, you can try. Won't go well for you, but you can try for sure.
Oh, he's deeply charismatic, maybe.
Deeply, this gargantuan aberration in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly up.
Yep.
I'm gonna kind of cross my arms and push out.
Yes.
And a beam of radiant sunlight kind of cracks behind me through the clouds and
Absolutely.
like kind of coruscates through my fingers into and like solidifies into a solid beam that hits the tentacles.
Yes.
As I cast Sunbeam upon this.
Ooh, is
Ooh.
that a save for me?
I
or
need
roll
a
for
Constitution saving throw. I'm sure it's
It's
very
got to be
constituted.
Constitute.
you? Boy, howdy, is it so constant?
Yeah.
That is
Listen.
going to be a 25 for your
Oh,
Constitution.
weirdly
save.
that fails.
Weirdly fails.
Yeah, that succeeds. So oh dang, I just get to keep doing this for a minute. All right, this is a great spell. It's gonna take half of this damage.
As you see, as you hit it with this sunbeam, part
This
of the
radiant
black
damage.
ichor just seems to like burst and disapparate and like kind of go into like a bit of a. It's almost like you turn the ichor right from like a liquidy solid into a gas as it hits that, and the creature just reels.
How does this creature feel about radiant damage?
It feels not vulnerable or immune to it, but
Cool.
it doesn't like it. I'll tell you that
Cool.
much right now. It's feeling
That's a 10.
mad about it.
Miffed slightly.
A little upset.
26, 32, 39, 19 points of damage.
19. Great. My God, math is so hard. Okay, great. Awesome.
That's my 6th level spell.
Next, the Mire is going to lash out at you. It makes 2 tentacle attacks. I think, yeah, we're going to do that. So it's going to try and actually, no, it's going to do 1 tentacle attack and 1 bite attack. So as you're probably closest to it, Luther, it's going to try and reach out and bite you.
It's understandable. Have a nice day.
That is going to be a flirty 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you are going to take.
And dude, flirty is not natural, right?
No, it's not natural.
Okay.
It's a dirty 20, but
It's
Dirty,
dirty
because
20,
I
but it's
thought
a
flirty,
flirty
but I was
20.
like,
Sexy.
ooh, that could be a natural 20, a flirty 20.
surprising no one. I coined the term flirty 20.
You did. You are going to take 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled. And so it is then going to whip out its tentacle towards Austin.
Please don't.
Because I haven't gone yet.
That is also going to be a flirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh,
that
sorry,
hits.
not Austin, to Linus, because Linus is on the ground.
Oh, shit, yeah,
Oh,
dude.
Does a flirty 20 hit?
yeah.
Okay. So you are also going to take.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
You are going to take 19 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are also grappled. As
Okay.
you see one of the tentacles starting to reach up towards Austin as well. Because it has an exceedingly long reach with those ones. That is its turn. And it is now Linus's turn. You are grappled.
Love
in
that
this creature.
for me. I probably can't ungrapple myself
You
super
can
easily.
try. It is a DC. It's a strength check to try and break yourself out.
Yeah. I can still cast while I'm grappled, right?
Absolutely, you can. Yes.
Love that for me. So I'm
You
just
can
gonna
still attack it technically. It's just at disadvantage. Or is it no restrained is at disadvantage? You're just grappled.
I'm
at the
just
moment.
kind of stuck. Okay. Also
Oh. We have a frozen pond.
Talk about restrained.
Talk about restrained. Oh no.
So we've gone too meta.
That's meta. Oh,
It's happened in
did
real
we
life.
move around?
me
Just a little
mid sentence. I was like, Zoom's being kind of funky for me right now. And then it like crashed and I was like, there it is. Okay. Sorry.
No, totally okay. We said you were grappled. So you were feeling a little bit stuck there for a minute.
Perfect. That's great. Yeah, it's just I'm going to bonus action cast a spiritual weapon. So I'm gonna just sort of like wiggle one of my arms out from the tentacle, and I'm gonna like fling a spiritual mace over towards its main face area.
Amazing. You can roll to hit it.
Okay.
You're just gonna give it a boop on its snoot.
Just a little snoot boop, you know. So it's a 22 to hit.
Absolutely, it does. Please roll that damage.
Perfect. All my d8s are in a different place. So it's 2d8 plus 5.
And next up, we're back at the top with Luther.
11 points of magical force, and then as an action, I'd like to use my channel divinity.
Absolutely.
I would
Is that
like to
the grave.
path to the grave. Yeah.
Yes.
So the next person to deal damage to it, the creature has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage.
Ooh, we love a grave cleric.
We love that right before the paladin goes.
That's
I've
what I'm
never
saying.
heard of that.
Right
That
before the
sounds
paladin
fun.
goes.
Yeah.
We know that one 2-punch. We are back to the top of the order. Luther, you are up.
Yeah.
Come on,
Try to hit it.
Go for it. You
Okay.
are.
Kiss
you
your dice
are-
for a natural 20. Kiss your dice for a natural 20.
Yeah, your tech. You are grappled, but you can still hit it. Yes.
Okay. I would like to try and swing twice. Is this a disadvantage or is it normal?
It's normal because you're just grappled. It would be disadvantage if you were restrained.
Damn. 22 and a 24.
Both of those hit. Go ahead.
I
So
would
you manage to like swing your sword around and just give it just like a like right behind you, and you manage to get it in its little froggy place, and it's
Yeah.
not
Path through the
good.
grave. Path through the grave is just one attack, right?
The first attack.
It's the
yeah,
first
the
attack.
first thing to hit it. Yeah.
Fuck up its froggy face thing.
face place.
Face place.
I said what I said.
I would like to. Can you only smite on one? Can you smite on both? Sorry.
You
You can
smite on
smite on
whatever
both
you want.
attacks.
Okay. I'm trying to look for. There's so much. I'm sorry.
Much
There's
smiting.
so much paladin stuff.
Yes, totally
Um,
okay. Austin, you are on deck as well.
Sick.
This is gonna hurt
D&D
this
Beyond,
creature
please.
a lot.
Sad.
Please help me.
Cody, do you want me to do you want to tell me what level you're smiting at, and I can tell you how much damage you're doing?
Sure. What's
Okay. What level are you smiting at?
Let me see. I have first spell 4.
At fourth. So first level and one above every first level. So that'll be 4d8, and then 1d8 because you're a paladin. So 5d8 plus whatever your weapon is.
Okay.
Plus it's a +3 vorpal sword. So
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah,
Beefy.
and it's a
well.
great sword, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's 2d6
D12.
plus I think 68. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
plus 3.
Okay.
Mhm.
2d6, 68 plus your strength +3.
Okay.
You got it. You got
I
it.
believe
You
in
got
you.
this.
2. Thank you so much.
Your dad
There's
believes in you
so
first and
many-
foremost.
So many numbers. So the sword is. I'm gonna do both sword hits. Why would I do that? I lost the number
Do-
immediately. That's fine.
Don't do
12.
that because no, because it has vulnerability to the first hit, but not the second. So do
Mhm.
them separately because
Right,
it'll
okay.
fuck up the math.
First sword hit is 12 plus, and then the d8s. You said 68? 4,
60,
Mhm.
yeah.
3, 7, 10, 12.
So much math.
19.
The 12
Really
plus
low,
19.
really low rolls. I got a bunch of 2s.
12 plus 19.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
So
31.
that's 31.
31 on the first one.
So 62.
And then the
Six-
second hit
is that including the +3 for the vorpal sword and your strength?
Yes.
Okay. So 62 damage for the first hit. You manage with this first hit, you watch as some of Linus's magic manages to just guide your sword in just the right way, and this spurt of black muck just completely comes straight out of the side as you seems to have impaled like a vein or a vessel of this
Ooh.
creature. It is very, very not happy with that, and it starts to kind of clamp down on you, knowing that you've hit it as you go and do your second hit.
Hell yeah. Can I? Is it possible to target either the vine that's holding me or is the one that's holding Linus close enough that I can maybe like try to hit that part?
You are in its mouth.
Oh, I'm in its mouth grappled.
You're in
Gross.
its mouth right now.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna stab into its mouth.
Yeah,
then
Fucking
again.
you're not,
yuck,
you're not
dude.
close enough to grab the one that the tentacle that
Okay.
has reached over to Linus. That has a 20-foot reach.
Then it's just a regular 11. Then for the second sword hit.
Okay, so that was 73 all up. Whew, my.
Love
Let
that.
me just get my calculator out here. Holy
Yay,
bananas,
clerics.
That was a lot. We love a grave cleric in this house. So that was amazing. So with two just like wild swings backward with this beautiful shining singing vorpal blade, you impale this creature that has you in its mouth. It does not let you go, but it is reeling from those attacks as you feel the ground start to rumble beneath you, as something below you, as this creature tends to extend further down into the ground below. You feel it's madness in its gullet, I would say. Austin, you are up.
Cool. I have concentration on the spell, and the way I concentrate on spells is through my phone. So I've
I thought it was
captured.
through a piece of topaz.
No, see, like I've captured. So I that's how I channel. That's how I cast the
Okay.
spells.
Okay,
But I
okay,
concentrate it. I basically save it into the cloud.
Gotcha.
So
Yep,
I real
yep, yep.
quick as an action take a photo with my phone, and the flash becomes a beam of light. So it
Wonderful.
needs to make another Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Even with that is going to be a 19.
Yeah, it still fucking does it.
And we got a plus 10 to con over here.
20, 28, so 14.
Okay.
And it is not blinded. I'm assuming that didn't do the spice.
No, it is still holding on.
Cool. I am going to because that was activating a spell that I'm concentrating on, but it
Yep.
not actually the casting of a spell.
Sounds good.
So I'm going to cast a second level guiding bolt quickened.
Yep.
As I'm like, I'm just on the move so much. I gotta do things fast, and I'm just gonna and
Amazing.
I'm gonna take out the real gun and shoot a bolt of light through it.
I love that. How far are you away from the creature?
At this point, I'm probably 60 feet away because that's
You
like the
got it.
end range of my my beam, but the end range of my guiding bolt is 240 feet because I took spell sniper.
Yes.
So I'm gonna shoot that guiding bolt.
Do it.
Chow. That is a natural 20. So a 30 to hit.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And roll that damn
I'm just
much.
gonna roll it on. Oh fuck. Oh, wait. Can I do that? Yeah, crit damage. There we go. Roll that on D&D Beyond because.
Yeah.
Oh
Barely hit with the
God! What a piss poor roll. That is upsetting. There's a lot of ones on the table there. That's 30 points of damage from
Okay.
5d6.
Okay, so you
Sorry, from
watch
10d6 technically.
you watch again as this and like the ray of these beams of light, the sunlight and this radiant light go right next to you, Luther, as you almost have to duck out of the way to avoid the hit yourself as it knocks this creature right square in the face. You see its eyes, what kind of modicum of like black orbs it has for eyes. This creature seems not sentient. It is fully bestial, and it is realizing that this is bad. This is a bad situation. It can see that it is getting outgunned. You have heard it quite a bit. It is now. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, that's my action and bonus action. But as a part of my like using my phone, I do text a weak spot that I have observed on its body to Linus, giving the guiding bolt advantage to the
I
next
love
attack.
that.
Where I'm like, yo, I saw this thing, and I like take a photo of it, and I'm like, hit right here.
Amazing. Linus, you just know that. You can't reach for your phone right now, but you just like in here know that.
I feel it.
And it seems like a bit of the sunlight or radiant light that Austin's magic has you've never seen him cast magic like this. And it seems like there's a little bit that has burrowed deeper into the flesh or the skin of this creature, and you could see that that's probably a weak spot if you were to attack there. It is now the creature's turn. It is going, knowing that it can't reach out to get you, Luther, and it already has you, Linus. Linus, it is going to, I need you to roll me a strength saving throw to see if you can resist being pulled closer to its mouth.
Okay. Strength saving throw. Ooh. 19?
That is a failure, unfortunately, as it reels you closer and you are now within 5 feet of its mouth and you are right next to Luther. And as its other attack, it is going to bite down on Luther in attempts to swallow him.
He's holding the blade out like a toothpick. No!
That is going to be a 30 to hit. So you're going to take bite damage and you will also be swallowed.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, that's a bunch of damage. Holy. That's going to be 32 points of bludgeoning damage. Plus 8. So 38 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are swallowed.
Okay.
You are pulled down this creature's gullet. You are blinded and restrained. And you will take some damage if you are not out of here at the start of your next turn.
Okay.
You feel the acidity and the slime of, it seems to you that it was pulling up the walls and out on top of the reservoir originates from inside this creature, and you are currently sitting in it. You are just sitting in a pool of that in its gullet. And it's interesting, you fall in, you fall down about 10 feet inside this creature. So its mouth might be up on the surface, but you're down about 10 feet.
It's like under the ground.
Yucky. In its like guts, but it's 10 feet under the ground. And that is its turn. So it has Linus or Luther inside, Linus at the mouth. Austin, you are 60 feet away. Linus, it is your turn. What would you like?
Love that. Can I make like an insight check to see if I feel like this would be like immune to necrotic damage? Because
I would say you can make a nature check.
Nature check? Okay.
Yeah.
Don't do me dirty, dice, because I don't have a modifier. 12.
At 12, you haven't seen it take any necrotic damage yet. But what you do know about it is that this creature, it's the muck that it has been, especially from, you're thinking back to the Gasper that you saw. It was mostly like acidic. And it looked like that creature was poisoned.
Cool.
So if you can probably discern that it is probably resistant to those types of damage, but you're not sure about necrotic.
That is awesome. I am going to then shove my hand forward, and I'm gonna just be like, "Let Luther go!" And I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds, but I am going to upcast it to a 5th level.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And I get,
Let's go.
You get advantage on this
because of the guiding bolt.
Yeah.
So that is a 23.
Absolutely, that hits.
Fuck.
So Linus, you watch Austin as Linus reaches his hands forward, and out of nowhere, this just dark energy just pours out of his fingers, almost like the vitriol of like, let my brother go. It seems to like emanate right into this creature.
Shit, Linus. Badass.
Oh my god, it's so many 10s. Okay, hold on. So
Let's go.
What Linus do? What's happening out there?
Fuck. I would hate to be Luther right now and miss this
30.
awesome moment.
35, 36. So 36 points of necrotic damage.
Amazing.
This feels good, y'all.
So the creature just like almost recoils under your fingers, and you watch it almost you hear this like walloping sound, and it is going to try and make a save to see whether it throws up your brother or not.
I love this.
Throw me up.
Throw me up. Throw me up.
Is not enough. So you, as Linus, as you do this, Luther, you feel this push coming from underneath you. The first thing that happens is you are covered in this slime as it rockets you off of your feet, and you come straight out through its open mouth, almost catching yourself on its teeth as you land prone on the ground, covered in this ick next
Luther.
to your brother, who is currently wrapped in its tentacle.
I love that. And then as a bonus action, I'd like to try and hit it with my spiritual weapon.
Please do so. It's unhappy and it's a bit sad, this creature.
It's a bit
Luther,
sad looking.
I can smell you from here, dude. Fuck.
It smells like death. It just smells like decay, rot.
I can
It's
smell you
rank.
from here.
Linus
Yeah,
is
it's
used
a
to this
fucking
smell
great
after
cologne.
working in the hospital for so long. Does an 18 hit it?
18 just hits. That is its armor
Oh,
class. Go ahead and roll
love
that
that.
damage.
Austin pukes just a little bit. He's just like a little baby bear.
So 9.
9, adding
course.
insult to injury, you wallop this creature with this kind of spectral thing. You have never seen like a full mace before, and you're like, what the fuck is this? As you just manage to channel this magic from somewhere you knew that Broderick would have, and you just crack the creature right on the head. It is not looking great. It is very upset by this whole process. And I am going to, it's not its turn yet. So we are back to the top of the order. Luther, you are prone on the ground. You are still covered in this acid. So on the top of your turn, you are going to take a little bit of damage because you are covered in acid. Not as much as if you would have been in the stomach, but
That makes sense.
it is going to...
Disgusting.
Yeah, that was a lot of damage if you'd have been in its stomach, but we're not going to do that much damage. There we go.
Gotcha, bro.
Thank you, Linus.
6, 7.
Oh,
you
it
take
smells so
11
bad.
points of acid damage
Okay,
as you're
that's
on the
fine.
ground, just covered in this ick. But it is your turn. Go ahead.
How's it looking?
It
I
looks. You've seen scared beasts before. You've seen what happens when a predator shifts and realizes that it is now the prey. This creature looks scared. It looks angry and bestial and vicious, but there is a hint of fear there.
All right. Don't let up. It's on its heels. I'm going to swing twice.
You gonna stand up?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to stand up and I'm swing.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead, roll to attack.
It's wearing heels?
It's
Kinda fucking weird. We're out in the woods. It's not an appropriate location for heels.
one day you'll learn to listen instead of having your face in your phone. That is a 19 and a 28.
Both of those hit. Go ahead.
Thank you so much.
So as Luther pushes himself up on his sword, he jabs forward right into the creature. Linus next to you, almost as you move over, and it gets hits the creature right in its froggy mouth place. Technical term.
Linus feels guilty.
Math, man. 14. I'd like to smite.
Okay.
I'll do a level 3 smite.
Okay.
It's going to be 5d8.
Boop. Fucking so many ones on a d8. It's not fair.
No.
Uh,
Oh, weep womp.
womp womp.
Weep womp, you've wrecked my monster.
In fairness, that Path of the Grave smite could have been like 150 damage.
It could have been
like-
150 damage. And this
Sure.
creature's no little tulip in the park. It is a beefy baby.
That is another 12 points. What did I say was before?
Man.
14 and 12? 26.
Great. So
Yeah. Oh, I need to hit it. Sorry. That was the first smite. I hit it twice.
Yes, go
So then
ahead.
Two more d6. 6, 5, 11.
Amazing. Holy moly. So you again manage to see this energy, Luther, and in this moment, what was your dad's favorite color?
Yellow.
You watch as a swirl of it starts off as like this deep, almost like mustardy black color to this bright white hot yellow, swirls up this blade that you shouldn't have as you stab into the creature. That extra oomph coming from the love and care and the relationship that you had with your dad. Austin, you see this light back and it rivals your own, the same color.
Fuck yeah, bro.
It is your turn.
I think that was really cool. You're wrong about me being on my phone too much. As I take a photo of it, the flash goes off. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
That is going to be a 28.
Yeah. That's a particularly bad roll on the dice too. 16, 20, 25. So 12 points of the radiant damage.
Okay.
And as I take the photo, I drop the gun. I'm like, oh, and I reach out. And the same like yellow light kind of creates this like net around it right as the gun is like about to fall into the monster.
Yes.
So it touches its muzzle right against the gun, right against the monster, as a spiritual facsimile of the gun is built around it and hovers it in place, and goosh goes off as I cast spiritual weapon in the form of gun.
We love
Spiritual gun.
that spiritual guns.
It's a
my
19
gosh.
to hit.
That absolutely hits. Go ahead and shoot your gun damage.
And I'm casting this at a 4th level. Sorry.
Okay, sounds great.
I realize I should have said that earlier.
Totally okay. I do that all the time. I'm like, what level am I casting?
8.
Totally.
13 points of radiant damage.
I will say that there is a 69 at the end of the amount of damage that this creature has currently taken. So I needed to say nice.
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 To that. So well done.
Nice.
So the kind of 1-2 punch of Austin and Luther's radiant magic just has this creature. Linus, you feel it start to pull backwards. You are the only one still in its grip, and I'm going to essentially roll a check to see if it's going to try and flee.
Okay.
At this point. That is probably, I'm going to say no. It decides to hold its ground. So it is now its turn. It is going to try and bite you with its, and then it's probably going to try and swallow you.
Cool.
Sick. No.
That makes
So
sense.
No.
27 to hit. Oh, my camera's gone all soggy. That's a 27 to hit. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is going to be bite is. That was a poor roll on those. I missed one. 10. That's going to be 14 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are currently in its mouth. It is going to bite down again and try to swallow you. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you are now, take, that is going to be another 13 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are swallowed. You are in its gullet.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Yep.
see the same, you don't see anything. You're blinded and restrained, but you feel the same starting to burn, that black ichor substance as you fall 10 feet down into its belly.
Cool.
Luther. Or sorry, Linus, it is your turn.
Linus.
I am
What would you like to
in
do?
its belly.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Love that so much.
You can attempt to hit it, but it is at disadvantage because you are restrained inside it.
In its tum.
In his little tum-tum.
In his little tim tum.
I don't want to teach it. Do we have homework? But
Go ahead.
does something happen off the top of the turn?
Oh yeah, it does.
Sorry, Bond.
No, that's okay.
No, I
You
take
are-
damage.
Because
I
like
forgot.
later, because the thing
I'm
is later
in his tummy.
where I'm like, oh, we forgot something that benefits us. The cosmic
Almost
scale
got
balance
No,
out.
no.
Almost got a
It's
free
fair.
weekend, Adam. Almost got out of homework.
This is gonna hurt
Thank
so
you.
You
bad.
got to be
though.
honest both sides, otherwise it's,
Now I got a
otherwise
Sunday
it's like,
assignment.
I'm concerned I'm gonna die right now.
Nah, we got you. I don't like that face. Maybe you
don't
are gonna
either.
die.
I'm like,
That is going to be 50 points of acid damage.
Mhm.
That's 50 points of acid damage on the top, but you still have your turn.
I'm doing okay.
Let's
You're
go.
level 15s. You're
Yeah.
beefies.
I'm not that. I can't do that again. I'd say you what? I'm gonna just I'm stuck and that hurt really bad, and I'm gonna just channel all of my middle child rage
Yes.
that I have, and I'm just gonna like channel that and harness it and then let it explode from me because I'm
Yes.
panicking and I'm terrified, and I'm gonna cast harm.
Yeah.
So it'll probably save, but it's
Okay.
still a lot of damage. So it's a DC 18 con save, but it's 14 D6 damage.
I love harm. Harm is one of my favorite spells, but there is one caveat on harm that it drops it to 1 hit point.
Yes.
If it goes that low.
Yes.
That's going to be a 28 for its
Okay,
con
so
save.
it succeeds. That's okay. I'm gonna use D&D Beyond to roll the damage because I don't have 14 D6.
Beyond.
Sponsor
D&D Beyond, please sponsor us anytime.
Sponsor us, D&D Beyond. I demand it.
So
I'll ask nicely, please.
Yeah,
Right,
it's the
please?
youngest brother.
D&D Beyond, please. We love you. So 49 have 24 or
Okay.
25, whichever
Nice.
way you round. Necrotic, and then as a bonus action,
Yeah.
can I like try and like feel? I like in mentally, I'm gonna try and feel my giant mace, and I'm gonna try and get it to hit it from the outside. If I can do that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm
Love
going to say
how I
roll
know.
that at disadvantage.
Perfect.
Oh, I
Can
thought
do
you were gonna feel for the giant uvula and be like, "Can I poke it? Make it go."
Yeah. Throw me.
And sorry, how much damage did you say that was?
24.
So it was 49 points, so halved it's going to be 24.
24. Perfect.
And then at disadvantage, I miss.
What is it?
It's a 16 at disadvantage.
It misses, but I'm going to roll a check to see whether it
Little vomit check.
barfs you up.
Throw me up, please,
Blech.
Mr. Frogman. That's like
Blech.
I'm just crying in its tummy right now.
You feel the retching, but you do not get thrown up.
No, I should have
And-
healed myself.
Luther and Austin, this creature is bloody and its tentacles can barely move. It is on its last leg with your brother still in its gullet. What would you like to do?
That's
Luther,
you, Luther.
you're up.
Here's Cow Reward. I'm just gonna look forward, outreaching, and just basically like Linus as I cast banishment,
Okay.
hoping that it goes away, not with Linus.
Okay. Huh. All right.
I'm in its tummy.
I know, but I don't know if it works that way.
I don't know either.
I looked at the spell description. It doesn't say
We're
anything
gonna
about things
find out
carried.
together.
So you watch as Austin, you see this. Luther reaches out with a hand and the creature disappears. Linus, you are in free fall. I'm going to give you a dexterity saving throw to see if you can hold on to something, but it will be at disadvantage because you are covered in ichor.
Oh God. Okay.
And as you see it disappear, the pit
Iceberg.
that it was in is about 10 feet in diameter,
Mm.
and you haven't been up to the edge to see how far it goes.
Real important. Do I see Linus?
No, Linus is 10 feet down, and it's pitch
Even
black.
if I'm up in the air, I don't see Linus at all.
There's a shed. Linus
Oh,
is in the shed.
You just hear,
fuck.
oh no, I'm gonna die. It's a 10.
Okay. So, Linus, you start to plummet, covered in this ichor. And as you're falling, you fall down. Seconds pass. As you hear a rumbling. And the rumbling turns into that ripping sound again. You watch as the wall of this pit, you see claws rake through the side of the pit. You know these claws. You've seen these claws. You see one on one side, one on the other side as you're falling, simply above you, just missing you. And you hear one more rip, and you land on something. Oof. You look down, and you see a skeletal hand that you are sitting in. An eye comes up to one of the rifts that you can see above you. You are not done yet.
Thank you.
It begins to raise you up. Slowly through the pit. It regards you as if it is looking at like a science experiment. It places you up on the inside of the hut, almost like moving you up with a few of its bony fingers. Linus and Luther, you see these white bony protrusions come out of the hole and place your brother on the edge, covered in this ichor. And it retreats down just as it pops back, and you watch as the fingers snap around it and pull it down through the hole.
Linus vomits and then passes out.
And we are out of initiative.
I'll fly down to Linus. Yeah. Put a third level cure wounds into that. There's 18 plus 5, 23.
I'll put since we're out of combat, do I still feel like I have some magic left over?
You do. Yeah.
Then I would love to put 40 points of my lay on hands into Linus. I'm sorry, I didn't know that was going to happen.
It's okay. It's okay. You didn't.
But you're safe now. What's that? Austin? What's that technique you got? Bury it, right? That's what you do. We're just gonna bury it.
Yeah, just squish it down.
Squish it down.
Don't even think about it. It's just gone.
Squish
Whatever
it
you
down.
saw down there, push it down.
Okay, so does anyone else like remember the deer?
Oh, vividly, but not if you push it down.
Push it
Turn it off
down.
like a light switch. Just boop, there it goes. There's that memory gone. Don't even think about it.
It saved my life.
Oh, cool. What saved your life? And I give Linus a wink.
It's ready to remember. Thank you. That was, you hit it really nicely. No, Luther, that was good. And like Austin, the sun thing, that was.
It was a bad
Yeah,
idea.
kind of a
Have
ray
you,
of sunshine.
have you guys come inside the hut where you guys have come inside the watershed where
I feel like I
Linus is?
just like collapsed like right in the doorway.
I think we're at the doorway.
You hear the ground continue to rumble behind you, inside the watershed.
Is this gonna be a sinkhole? Or are we gonna get fucked up by that?
We should move.
Oh,
mean,
You
Yeah.
do. Is there anything you would like to do before you leave?
I mean, is there a big hole down there, Linus?
It's a big
Cool.
hole.
Would you like to look in the hole?
swoop, I'm gonna fly down into the hole. I got
You're
wings,
going to
yo.
fly into the
Fly.
hole.
Oh,
Okay. I'm gonna need you as you jump into the hole. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw as your brand starts to burn.
Hell yeah. Oh, okay.
one on
Sick,
accident,
sick,
one
sick,
on
sick,
purpose.
sick. That is it's a natural 19, so 18.
As you're flying
Huh?
down the hole, you see a vision in your mind, an image of your dad sitting around the table with all of you playing D&D. What does he look like? What does your dad look like? Describe him to me.
Fuck. I feel like we're all brunettes, right? I feel like that's been established. Like, I think Austin is on the lighter haired side. I think where Austin takes after. This is too much power you've given me, Em. Fuck. I think he's a handsome man. He's had 3 very handsome children.
Is he tall? Is he short?
I think he's a taller, like 6 foot-ish
Okay.
guy. He wore like a very close cropped beard, almost like 3-day growth.
Yeah.
Like, but it was constantly shaved, so it was like very very clean trimmed.
What would be like a standard outfit that he would wear?
I think he was like kind of like business casual,
Yeah.
where it'd be like nice pants, a nice dress shirt, but like no tie.
Okay.
I think he was a guy who got it done, you know?
Yeah.
I'm thinking like Brad Pitt style, not like face looks, but like the way Brad Pitt kind of exists in the world style wise. I think he was like a pretty good looking, like bit of a dilf. I think he was a bit of a dilf.
Obviously, he has 3
Yeah,
very
he
handsome
has
sons.
3
what does your dad do
dilfs?
for work?
What does Dad do for work? I feel like I've answered what he looks like. So, do you mind if I pass this ball
Please.
along?
Yeah.
Pond, what did our dad do for work? You're the only one who hasn't answered anything, and I want you to feel included.
I feel so included. Thank you so much for
You're so
sharing
welcome.
this ball with me. I feel like Dad was also an author.
Okay.
Yeah, that feels right to me. I was like,
Yeah, I feel like he was like probably had like a pen name, you know, but was like a pretty well-rounded author, and also probably did a lot of writing for like newspapers and stuff on the side.
Awesome.
For extra income.
I love that, because I feel like that's why Mum started getting into writing after he died, was to be like feel closer to him,
Connect with him.
Yeah,
And also
that.
probably I would say for Luther too, who goes into his kind of career of
Yeah.
journalism.
Yeah.
You know, if you think about it, Austin's career is kind of like journalism, basically. Like, if you
New
really
age
break
journalism?
it down.
Yeah, well, you have a bunch of like newspaper, like you do a lot of research and stuff, and you probably learned how to do it
think
from Dad.
I think our dad gives off like sexy, like New York Times journalist vibes.
The way you
Where,
keep
like,
describing our father as sexy makes me a little uncomfortable.
He's a sexy
but,
dude.
Like, I
Listen,
understand.
listen.
You do
listen.
keep going back to that.
Listen,
a lot.
our mom is banging, and our dad is sexy as fuck.
You
I love
have
this.
an interesting relationship.
Recognize people's attractiveness, all right?
Don't ask.
So-
Because if you don't, no one will. You got to be like, yo, you sexy as fuck.
Austin, as you're flying into this pit, you see a vision of your dad sat at his desk. He's jotting notes into one of the many notebooks that he kept. Your dad kept multiple notebooks, color coordinated for different. One was work, one was D&D, one was like a to-do list, life journaling stuff. Your dad found inspiration in life everywhere. You have this vision of you walking up to him at a desk in his office, in his study at home, and he's writing something, and he puts the papers down, and he picks you up on his lap, and he lets you, as a small child, hold his pen and doodle in his book. A core memory of yours flashes while you are flying into this pit. Your brand starts to burn again, white hot against you, and you hear that gravelly tone once more.
Find the vision before you up the brack. 2 more before your lost one comes home.
All right.
I'll write it in the chat what he said.
I fly out of the hole, both
You
nose,
immediately
nostrils
take notes.
bleeding heavily. And I
And
like,
as you come out of the hole, hold on, hold on, I can only type so fast before. That's what he said. And as you come out of the hole, Austin, you weren't privy to this information because you made your save last time. But you realize now, in the presence of the world coming apart at the seams and this like absolute twisting of reality in front of you, that you don't remember your dad sick or ill before he died. He was totally fine. He was there, and then he was gone, and you were at the funeral. It seems a blank and empty space in the middle. Not that your memories were taken, but that you just have nothing there.
because Adam has a soggy brain. Did we discuss this?
They did not discuss that.
They did not discuss it. Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna swoop up out of the hole, nose bleeding. I'm gonna look at my brothers and be like, firstly, like, I just had a vision of Dad. He was a very attractive man, and I know that you both take issue with me describing our parents. No, because Luther, if you don't admit to yourself that your parents are attractive, you can't admit to yourself that you're attractive. We're fucking good looking brothers. Luther, you got that like kind of rugged, like huntsman vibe, you know, like kind of stumping in
Also,
from the winter with like a bear cloak on.
Yeah, it's real attractive to live in a van chasing
dudes
Yetis.
love that. People love that. You gotta embrace your sexy
rock
vibe.
at Austin to get him to
Secondly, how did Dad die? Our sexy, attractive dad. We're sexy, attractive people. Genetically speaking, we are sexy, and it's because of our parents. And if we don't address that, we're gonna have bad self-esteem issues.
The 21 hit your AC.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Fuck, Linus!
I did
you,
3
dude.
points of bludgeoning damage.
Fuck! Ow.
Can I go for a fist bump for Linus if I hold my hand out? Hell yeah!
Immediately respond.
Yo, just saying.
You gotta stop.
Very attractive when you threw that rock because you're an attractive person.
I'm gonna.
Why
do it
can't
again.
we
loaded.
acknowledge each other's
Shut the
attractiveness?
And then
I'm a YouTube star. People think I'm hot, and it's because I'm genetically related to you and my parents. Therefore, my whole family is hot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just like pull headphones out of my backpack, like noise canceling.
But seriously, how did Dad die?
I don't know.
What?
He's gone.
That's weird as fuck.
Does it matter?
Because he was in his sexy prime.
Yeah.
I quit.
It's funny because you don't like it. It's like I'm grabbing onto it because it's funny now because y'all get uncomfortable around it.
I
And I
understand
think
that
that's
you're
great.
coping with your trauma with humor, Austin. I get it. The rest of
I'm
us
bleeding a lot out of my
No,
nose.
you are. Yeah, you should.
Wow.
Oh my god! And I'm gonna like pull some gauze out
And
of
out of
my
my head
pocket.
too. You got my
I'm gonna
head
give him a
real
bunch of
good.
gauze. Is there anything in the watershed that looks interesting? I would like to investigate the
roll me
watershed.
An
Or-
investigation check.
Oh
Please.
man, I shouldn't have said investigate. Ugh.
Or if someone would like to do that who has proficiency in investigation, you can do that and give it.
I'd love to help someone
Nah,
who's proficient in
Austin dumb as
investigation.
fuck, dude.
It's investigation.
Mhm.
Oh, I do not
Fuck.
have. Nope.
I
Alright.
made
I got the
Tven
other one, but not that
very
one.
stupid.
My
Austin isn't this
perception is
stupid, but
plus 10,
whatever.
but my investigation is plus 0. So let's just pray guidance. Just can't give myself guidance. Oh, 18.
Okay. With an 18, as Austin is rattling on about the hotness of your family, and you're all sidestepping the question of how did your dad die? Because it's a little too hard. Linus, you take a look around the room, and the ichor seems to be like sloughing itself off down the hole. And it's pulling itself off of the walls. You see it almost start to retreat. It is as if there was some sort of darkness around the watershed, that the sun seems to be hitting it properly. The window that was not letting any light in, now the light streams in, and you get a good look around this room. You watch as some of the ichor moves into the hole, and you see markings in a language that you don't recognize on the ground. In it, you see a crumple of something. You're gonna have to probably go pick it apart to go look what it is, but looks to be potentially a piece of clothing or a bag of some kind.
I will absolutely go start like I'll pull like a pen out of my pocket and I'll start trying to I don't want to touch it with my fingies, but I want to touch it with I'll put gloves on or something.
Absolutely. I was gonna be like, Linus for sure has gloves.
I would have gloves, yeah.
So you open the bag, and you see notebooks. You see 4 colored notebooks inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna open one of them.
So there's a red one, a yellow one, a black one, and a blue one.
Black one.
Okay,
No, yellow one. I lied.
One?
Mm-hmm.
You open the yellow one. Do you open at the beginning or do you open in the middle or at the end?
I would probably open it in the beginning, and then if there's nothing like super interesting on the front page, I'd do a through.
Okay. Yeah.
Technical term.
I mean, it does sound like that.
That's what it sounds like.
There's writing on the front page. Roll me.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say you don't even need a history check for this one. This is your dad's handwriting. It's the opening page is it looks like the start of a poem. It looks like the start of a love poem.
It's yellow. It's his favorite color. That's why I picked that one. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, Linus. What do you got?
And I'm not gonna turn around. I'm just gonna hold the yellow notebook up as I'm reaching for another one, and I'm gonna be like, probably read that.
I'll grab it. Begin to read it.
do I remember which color the D&D one is? / my doodles.
Red.
Red. Can I look at the red one?
Yeah. Here you go. I'm gonna open the black one next. As I'm
The black
passing
one.
them out.
Okay. The black one you open, and it is old. It looks like from the date you could estimate that your dad was probably in his 20s when the date of the first one is.
For prime hotness.
And he is taking notes about the town of Waterford.
Oh.
I feel like our dad was what's the guy? John Krasinski. vibe where his prime hotness was like 35 to 40. Like he really landed
hit
it
it.
in his later years. Yeah.
I was waiting for something
like-
insightful about our dad's like line of
He was
work.
like cute. He was like
It's
cute
about
in his
his
20s,
body.
but he was like
Still,
fucking.
we-
He was.
Stop
And
it.
this is Adam
we have his.
speaking.
Okay, I was gonna say we have his
But
notebook.
yeah,
basically.
you look in the, and it looks to be interviews with people in the town of Waterford, almost kind of like a as you flip through it, you take a couple minutes. It looks like he was almost was as if someone it was like hired to write a guidebook about Waterford.
Does he mention anything about people being like disgustingly dehydrated and needing to be in a hospital?
Yuck. People being yuck. There
Yeah.
any yuck mentions?
No,
I'm gonna tuck that one into my backpack.
sure.
There
There is one name that sticks out for you though.
is it was it?
Dolores.
I was gonna say Dolores, but I couldn't fully remember.
I couldn't remember
There's
the
an
like,
name.
is it-
interview. There's an interview with Dolores where he
What's it?
describes her as a young woman, as a proprietor, taking over the family business of the Sleepy Elm Motel.
Oh, I'm gonna snap a picture of that one with my phone. And then also I would like to take a picture of the writing that you
Yeah.
said that I don't understand.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna put the black one in my backpack because I'm gonna want to read that later if we try to sleep. And then I'll probably hand the blue one to Luther.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I'll open it up.
I'll resolve the. I know that Austin had the red one first.
Yeah.
So you'd like to open the red one?
On the front page, there is a doodle from Austin that's my family. And it's just a series of attractive stick figure, like kind of sketches and doodles.
How?
You can tell from this, yeah. It almost defies logic how sexy these very rudimentary drawings are. And yeah, I'm gonna look through the D&D thing and see if I can find any relevant notes.
You see almost like a perfect copy of the camp. The first half of the book is like the copy of the campaign that your dad ran for you three as kids. You see very detailed notes. You remember these encounters. You remember these NPCs. And your dad, after each session, wrote a little breakdown of what happened in the session. He would write little anecdotes. He writes little anecdotes about how Luther taught Austin how to hold his dice and how he was really proud of Linus for mastering multiplication and doing better on his addition and math, which had always been a tough spot.
So bad at math.
So your dad writes these little sections. And the back, there's kind of a couple pages break in the middle. And the back half of the book looks to be some of the stuff that your dad was working on for his like adult home game. Are you looking for a lot of it is like homebrew, like ideas about story arcs, NPC ideas, anything that you're looking for specifically?
I look for anything mentioning the great beasts, anything mentioning the Mire or the Brack,
Okay.
or anything. I'm also going to just look at like any monsters that he's come up with by himself.
Okay. So you flip kind of through, and your dad has detailed almost like his own interpretation of the great beast. It is not quite what you have seen, but it's close. Aspects are very similar. You can see your dad has like written out a stat block next to it, tweaking things. A stat block. It is a god like entity. Talks about it as your mom did when you spoke to her about it last time. You flip forward and you find some information more detailed than what your mom had sent you about the Mire, talking It is almost as like you reading this, you are reliving the fight that you just had with this creature. He talks about the mechanic of biting and being swallowed in a pit 10 feet with acid. Talks about the point at where the creature would try and flee. What would get it to throw up? You flip forward and you see this creature titled the Brack. Austin, you've seen a lot of things in your life. You've been in some dark corners in the internet, and this is scary. It's a creature that stands 12 feet tall. It has 4 horns, 2 up, 2 down. Goat-like face pulled forward, an exposed rib cage protruding out of its chest with a core of fire. Fiendish and fey. Plant and flesh. Forest and animal. Darkness. It walks on gangly limbs, both upright and on 4 feet.
Does it have any of the same information from the Mire? Like similar, where it's like it tries to eat you, or is it?
It's just a picture.
Just a picture. Are these pages numbered?
No.
Okay.
There is one further page that has a bit more detailing on it. And it says the vision at the top.
Yeah, I'll read that.
It talks about 4 eyes. It talks about power and control, exertion of will. It talks about taking over, finding a host. There's no picture. It looks more like ideas at this point in the stat block.
And in the Mire, does it say anything about the thirst stuff, the like dehydration?
It talks about the ichor being exceedingly poisonous to water supplies. Okay. And that no water will quench you when poisoned.
Do I read anything about like mitigating or removing those effects, that like poisoned effect?
No.
Shit. All right. Yeah, that's the extent of it.
And Luther looked at the blue book, right? The blue book, it's actually quite mundane. It's budgets and grocery lists and ideas for Christmas presents. This notebook starts when he's probably in his late. This one starts a bit later than the other ones. The D&D book starts the latest. The Waterford book is first. The yellow one would be second. Blue third, and red fourth. They're all in process. You know that these were not the only 4 notebooks your dad kept.
What's the last entry?
The last entry?
Of this blue one, yeah.
It would be about 4 years ago.
And he's been gone for 1
a year.
Okay.
With the like last vestiges of my sunbeam, can I just start like essentially blasting the water?
The water outside as you leave? Yeah.
I just want to like how close are we to the reservoir?
The reservoir, it's almost like the watershed intakes the water, and you see that it would pump water to the town. Quite
Right.
a rudimentary pump system, but you know that the watershed is broken. It's not going to pump water properly to the town. The town hasn't gotten anyone to come fix it yet, but the reservoir is quite polluted.
Right. Yeah. How far away from the reservoir?
You're like right next to it. The watershed is
Yeah.
attached to the reservoir.
I would fly up and just start like trying to beam sunlight into the reservoir as much as possible.
Okay.
Don't hit our
You-
friend.
You
No,
get
of course not.
you get a decent amount of it off as you feel the tightness in your back, as you can feel the magic starting to fade as you're up in
Oh.
the air.
Shit. I'll drift down on land.
And as you step down, the wings, like a la Lucifer, they like curl back into your back. And you feel Luther, the sword, lighten.
Hmm.
And you look down at yourselves and you're wearing your normal clothing.
It's a bummer. I was hoping we'd be like permanently like that so I could like blast people, but no.
You would
makes
look
sense.
really weird in town, though. Is our little friend in the pond? Can we see?
You can go try and find her. Sure.
Can I look for her?
Yeah. You can make an either perception or investigation check.
We'll go with perception.
Actually, you can all make me a perception check.
Can do.
14.
22.
Okay.
That is a non-natural one.
Okay.
Nice.
You do not
Facing your
see
phone.
your little fey friend.
Okay.
But Luther, you smell smoke.
Which direction?
North.
Newtown.
No, town is about southwest. You're about 20 minutes outside of town by driving, but you smell the smoke blowing down from the north.
There's a fire somewhere. We might want to go deal with it.
You have your you don't have your van, so you're going to have to hike back to town.
And it's
the middle of the day,
middle of the day. Yeah, so we're not going to go to
and you're
bed.
alone in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They've got to have some sort of like forestry department, don't they?
It doesn't smell like Luther. It doesn't smell too much like a fire. It just smells like a waft of smoke on the wind. Nothing like it wouldn't be like you don't see any other, like looking up in the sky, you don't see any smoke plumes or anything, just a waft.
Okay. Can I start just slowly walking that direction? And I want to see.
Mhm.
I kind of want to just like observe the ground and like the trees, just like
Yeah.
everything around the.
Just kind of want
the
to take
pond.
it in.
Yeah, I want to see if anything changes as I go more north.
Sure. How far would you like to walk?
Past the tree line.
Okay.
Like if
you
it's sort of like
can-
clear, I'll go not too much out of sight, but like
Yep.
into the trees to see.
Sure. You can roll me a perception check.
I'll keep my eyes directly on him.
You can roll a perception check to keep your eyes on him.
That is a unnatural 20.
Okay.
21.
Okay, yeah. Linus, you keep an eye on him as he walks into the tree line. Luther, you see as you're walking through the forest, it gets dark very quickly once you get into the tree line. Like night, we're talking like nighttime darkness in the forest. It's like unnaturally dark around here. You walk probably about 20 feet in. Linus, your eyes are trained on him all the time. And you start seeing these claw marks on trees. They start low and move. Your eyes trail up a couple trees, and you see. Also, thanks for the raid, Corey G. Thank you so much.
Welcome on in. How are you?
Welcome in, folks. And you see there are some singe marks on the ground in the shape of very large feet.
What shape are the feet?
Not so much. They're not paws. They're not shoes. Toes are elongated. But it is almost as if it was like a brand of heat on the ground. The rain doesn't penetrate this part of the forest so much because the canopy and the like both coniferous and deciduous trees like overlay it so much, but there are singe marks here in the shape of a foot.
Okay, I'll walk back to my brothers. Did you happen to find our guild friend?
What?
No.
She's gone. I have found the tracks of something.
Nice.
Like a deer?
I
Like a
wish.
bear?
Something
Like a deer bear?
big and singes the ground as it walks.
Like a big bear.
Mm-hmm.
Fire bear?
Yeah, exact. Yeah, big fire bear.
I don't know if now is a good time or not, but did you know that Dad knew Dolores?
No. Why? Wait, how? What?
He interviewed her. It's in one of the notebooks. I kind of want to talk to her about that.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, if we want to follow this
Dad
guy
was
first,
here? Okay.
Dad was here. Yeah, like he was doing like a review of the town.
What did he think of it? Like what was his out of 10? What did he give it?
I didn't get that far.
Oh, okay.
I'd
give it like a 3 because of the weird like gauntness of everyone.
Yeah, but like
Really.
our little like bubblegummy friend is like super cute though. So
but they're like outside of town,
immediately up the score by like 5. So what do you guys want to like follow this flamey hot bear boy?
I mean, you look like, no offense. And again, I preface this with the fact that you are an attractive person. You could get a job as a model.
Our family attractive.
I will never stop calling our family attractive because our whole family's hot as fuck. But secondly,
nothing before the butt counts, right?
Linus, you look fucked up as all hell.
Feel it.
Yeah. So like, I'm down to fight a flaming death monster, but you look like if we fight a flaming death monster, you might die.
I feel like kind of okay. How are you guys okay? Can I make like a medicine check to specifically?
I'm fine,
Luther?
other than this open wound that you threw a rock at my head.
It was
after
a rock.
I had a concussion yesterday, and you've exacerbated that. So,
you can
medical
make a medicine
professional.
Check. Yes.
I was aiming for your chest. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you're shit aim. You got me right in the fucking head.
I am a shit aim. I'm not good at this.
You were calling Dad hot like a lot.
You were.
Am I supposed to call him ugly? Like, what do you want from
You
me?
can
You're not supposed
just
to call
not
him anything.
reference it.
Yeah, just don't say anything about it. Just
My
don't.
dad is hot.
What's your
our mom is
medicine check?
banging.
It's 18. Don't say mama's banging.
Luther, how do you look?
Bad.
Okay.
Like without.
That's what I
like,
thought.
Without magic.
Mm.
Nope.
Not good.
Mm-mm.
Just feeling kind of ick. Can I start pulling like first aid, like if he's bleeding, I'm like gonna start pulling out like gauze, like band-aids,
Ace bandage.
Neosporin, ace bandage.
Yeah, I'll let
break
you
an ice pack.
I'll let you take the equivalent of 3 of your hit dice to bandage yourself up with wound.
Okay. Can I give 3 of my hit dice to Luther
so that he gets
while I bandage him so he gets some extra healing?
I will say with the timing wise, you would do so at the detriment to yourself.
I accept that.
Okay.
How many hit dice do
I don't even know what my hit dice
Okay.
are.
It's your level.
I think
15.
paladins are. What's your
D10.
paladins are
10s.
10?
So Luther, you would get 60-10 back. Austin, as a sorcerer, you can take 3d6 if you need it.
Is there a
And
way
then-
for me to give? Because I just have a little cut on my forehead. Can I give mine up for
You
Linus?
have no medical knowledge.
That's fair.
So you
I've got
cannot-
YouTube medical knowledge, which is
You have
probably
no
detrimental.
medical knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Linus, you will take none of your hit dice.
Cool. Should I mark off 2? If he's
I would
getting
say
aired,
you just
mark off-
don't get to take them.
Okay, perfect.
You would spend your time that you could have used those hit dice for healing Luther.
Fuck
Okay.
it, I'll use a couple then.
Oh,
If
that
I
looks-
can't give mine
That
to.
looks better. I
Oh, if
Luther,
I'm
you
using
feel-
3, might as well use 3.
You've
9.
I don't Luther, you're the kind of person that's never gone to the hospital unless it's like you're going to die. So to have your brother tend to your wounds is quite sweet.
Thank you, Linus. I appreciate it.
My job. As I'm like
Literally.
wiping goop out of like one of his abdominal bites.
Yes.
Dad always said just rub some dirt in it, and that's always helped me. So
I mean, rubbing dirt in it will go like a little bit of a ways, but also like that thing had teeth that were.
yeah, use the dirt to
And-
feel the hole.
The acid too. Like, you know how much bacteria is in dirt? It's just we can just and
It's
then like I'm just gonna splash some alcohol, like some rubbing alcohol on one of the holes.
It
and,
stings like a motherfucker.
That doesn't
shove a
feel
little
like
bit of
dirt.
gauze in there.
Luther, how often do you do sit-ups? Because like, you're tone as fuck, dude.
Look
It's
down
gonna
to my
be
slight
about-
pudge. I probably sit in a van and eat fast food.
It's about a 2-hour walk back to town. For your reference.
Luther's got the hottest dad bod.
I-
If we're going that,
None of us
we're
can
gonna
escape
do
it.
that.
You're all hot, okay? We've all
Let's just
canonically
claim our
established.
hotness,
Even
all right? We're
M-
hot as
e-
fuck.
Even M is like, please stop.
You're all hot. What would you like to do now? In your
I-
hotness, what would you like to do?
Well,
Baywatch walk back to town.
Linus, you seem like the most level-headed one here. I never run away from a hunt. I want to go north. We can go back to town and talk to Dolores, but
We're not like we can think of it as like not running away, but like preparing for the. You know what I mean? So instead of like running away from, we just replace that with preparing for that. Because we already hunted something today, right? We fixed the
Yeah.
water source,
you have
Which
a good
is-
point.
which is awesome. Hopefully, these people are not going to look as absolutely terrifying as they did when we came back into town, right, Austin? Like, you know,
I don't know. You look pretty hurt though. So here, and I'm gonna
not-
offer my vape pen to Linus, filled with CBD oil, because it's a natural painkiller. Like,
those.
Linus, I'll make you
is
feel
it-
better.
Look, is it an market? Excuse me, cartridge
No,
or?
you got the money. You would.
I mean, I just the off market cartridges cause like lung issues, you know.
Yeah. I buy brands that are like past on market. I buy the brands that are exclusive and like
Oh
more
my god, I'm
expensive.
so sorry that I asked. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the vape and I'm just gonna stick it in my pocket, like one of my like hundreds
Yo,
of pockets.
Do you hit it? Do you hit that vape pen?
No, I absolutely just stick it, and I would like
that's my
to-
second best vape, and I expect that back. And I'm like,
I want to put it inside one of my
Oh,
like
you
internal
sweet,
pockets.
Sweet babies.
hit the
So-
vape. Hit the vape, Linus.
I'm not going to do that.
I think
And
we're-
then-
The vape. That's my second best vape.
I want to turn to Luther and I want to be like, we can even come back out today if we need to. I just think that us preparing ourselves, maybe going over Dad's notes a little bit more. We don't even know what we're hunting down. You know, like
I went over Dad's notes. There's not much in there. There's a picture of a tall, flamey, angry thing.
flamey, like
Yeah.
the feet.
Yep. Definitely the thing
the-
that's the north.
what
but-
else? Flaming what?
But like a, and I just show you the picture.
It's terrifying.
Good.
You know this thing.
Uh,
But the big stag god spoke to me in my brain and told me to look for the vision before we fuck up the. I think his exact words were, "Find the vision before you fuck up the brack." Two more before your lost homie comes home. And that's verbatim.
That's verbatim. Yeah, no,
That's
Absolutely.
verbatim.
Yeah, I don't
I
believe
believe-
that.
yeah.
he
So we
talked
should be
that
looking
way,
for the
but I
vision.
accept it.
And from what I understand, the vision's like
Is the vision hot too?
it's like a concept. I
Don't-
mean,
No,
don't
yeah,
get- no.
there's no
you're
picture
right.
of the
I'm being-
vision.
I'm being
I don't
shit.
understand why you're so against, like recognizing people's attractiveness. I think this is a
you know
you
what?
problem.
This is my fault. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Thank you.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You need to kind of take a more healthy
Austin.
approach to
I didn't
people
mean
and
to
their
get him going. I
attractiveness.
didn't mean to
Austin,
get him going again.
Austin, people are attractive in their own way. All of them. It's really wonderful and beautiful. Humanity is very individual, and everyone is lovely in their own way. And we're super
Yeah, but
grateful for
our
that. Let's
family
come
is
back
like
to town.
Hollywood hot. So
And
let's acknowledge
then-
Right
that.
back to town. It is.
Linus is gonna gag a little bit when he says, "But our family's hot," and then he's just gonna start beelining back down.
Admit that you're hot. Admit you're both hot.
So
Do it.
this conversation continues
It's
as
that
you walk
for 2
your
hours.
way back to town. Where do you go? So the walk back to town is uneventful. It is like it's quite a nice day outside the forest, and the path that you're walking on is well traveled. You go back on some of the road. Where would you like to go in town?
I want to beeline for Dolores. And
The
see if
Sleepy
she's
Elm?
at the front of the she's at the Sleepy Elm.
Okay.
Real quick, I would like
Mhm.
to tweet
Yeah.
pictures of my
Please.
brothers.
Yeah.
No, picture of my whole family.
No.
And be like, my siblings don't think our family is hot. Let us know your thoughts. And I put a poll out
Okay.
being like,
Roll a
hot
d20
AF?
for me.
Hell yeah. Do I add
You
my
can-
charisma to this?
Yeah, absolutely, you can.
Oh yeah.
You are the youngest. I swear.
Yeah, legitimately.
That's a natural 19, so 24.
Yeah. I mean, it takes a little while for the poll to gain some traction, but Hot AF is like winning by a mile.
And that's at
the
least
internet,
2 million fans that tweet has reached. So
the internet thinks you're
Luther slightly
family's
interested.
hot.
Wait, how many?
right now, it's been 15 minutes, so 113,000 people have said that you both are hot as fuck.
Linus
so
has AirPods in.
you what are you listening to?
Linus is absolutely listening to like mid 2000s pop music.
Yes. Oh, I love
Mhm.
him. What a sweet gentle them. I love
Like,
them.
They're just like bopping, pretending like their brothers aren't around.
I love that. So the walk back to town completely uneventful, other than the internet confirming that you're all hot as fuck. So are you headed to the Sleepy Elm?
That's where I'm going.
You're okay. Are you going with Linus, boys? Other boys?
Yeah, I'll go.
Yeah,
let's-
okay.
I'll go.
So you all look wrecked as you come into town. You get some looks from people as you're walking through. The town is a bit more bustling as of this point because you came in the middle of the night. Bustling for a town of like 2,000 people, if that. The Sleepy Elm the diner is packed. And as you go inside, one of the waitresses comes over. Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
What does she look like? Is she
same gauntness as everyone else as before. Nothing changed immediately.
I'm gonna pop a headphone out and I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
"Are you?" And then I'm just gonna sit down.
Yeah, I'm absolutely. Can I get you some? Water? Coffee?
No,
Coffee.
can Dolores?
Coffee and pie.
Oh, she's not in today. She called in sick this morning.
Oh,
Where does she live?
She lives up Mountain View Drive. It's about 15 minutes at the end of town.
15 like walk or like
15 more.
Oh, like a 15-minute walk.
Okay.
Yeah, you could. She usually walks in.
I'm gonna stand back
she
up.
did say that if you came in today, she said she found some more documents that people have sent her about the horned horror. So she said you're welcome to pop by.
Perfect.
If you wanted. She said, yeah.
That's great. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're gonna. Never mind. Cancel the coffee. And
Hold on the
They-
pie and
they
the
have a-
coffee.
Dolores has a really lovely house. It's really, really nice. You should go pay her a visit.
Oh, thank you. Okay. I'm gonna walk out. I'll go to the garage.
You go to the garage next door? Sure.
Hmm.
So you go in and the garage is open. And Mindy, the waitress, puts a to-go cup of coffee in your hand as you're like bustling out the door.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Do I have money?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Dolores said it was fine.
Oh, yeah, too kind. Thank you.
And so she's looking at you because you're wrecked. Like you're wrecked.
Yeah.
So
Blood,
she-
twigs, dirt.
Absolutely. You look like you have
Ace
tumbled off of a
bandages
cliff.
Shoved in holes in your shirt.
I'm being held together
Yes.
by paperclip and duct tape.
Absolutely.
I do want to say that of our 26 live viewers, 373 of them have voted that we are hot as fuck.
And that's the internet. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Beautiful people. I think they're hot as fuck. So you go over to the Johnston automotive, and you see a couple folks working on the car. You see them working on June, and as Alex sees you, he goes, hi, Mr. Grimm. Hello.
Alex, good to see you. How did you drink?
Very grim.
Get some water this morning, didn't you?
I had an early shift at the grocery store, but I just got off, so I always come over to help afterwards.
Hey, hydrate though.
Good. Make
Here,
sure to
and I'm
stay
gonna pull a
hydrated.
water pack out of my pocket and just hand it to him. Drink
Drink
it.
that down.
Thank you.
Should drink
Drink
that
it.
down.
Yeah.
Drink it. You should.
Okay,
Like slurp.
he's gonna drink it.
Uh-huh. Like how all
Told
three
to
of us
drink
are
by
like
three
fucking
people.
drink it.
Um,
Peer pressure.
and he starts drinking it, and you watch him like drink it, and he just he guzzles down the whole thing. He goes, that wasn't from here, was it? Our water doesn't taste as good as this. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's really great.
Does he look
It's
any
hospital
more-
water. It has like extra electrolytes.
Yeah, it's what the plants crave.
That's what the plants
Yeah,
crave.
what the plants
Um,
crave.
cool.
Does he look any better?
You see, it's not an immediate reaction,
Yeah.
but over the course of the rest of the conversation, you do see him like he's a perky kid in an attitude, but his face and body doesn't really belie that. You see him stand up a bit straighter. And you see his eyes, a little bit of a shine come back to them. They're still kind of like, there's still big circles and like a bit gaunt. He's still gaunt. But yeah.
It's good. How's the van?
So I just spoke to my dad and he says it's going to be a day or two before we can get the axle in for you.
Sure.
I'm
Well, there's
really
no
sorry
rush. No, I
about
mean
that.
it happens. I'm just glad that you were there to help us out.
No,
Got
I
us out of a
mean,
tough
well,
situation.
we put a rush on it for you to get it here faster. So it should be here. That they usually bring the auto parts in with the grocery order. So that should be in a day or two. I'll take down your phone number and I'll call you the second it's ready. Other than that, the car is in pretty decent shape. We fixed the tires. We've got 2 new tires for you, and the windshield. We had one in stock, so we've repaired that also.
Oh, great. That's lovely. Thank you so much.
So
Oh yeah, no problem.
First of all, thank you and everyone here working on it. And give your
Well,
give your dad.
I'm not
my
the
thanks.
mechanic. That's my dad and Joey.
Well, you tell them both. Thank you. Really.
I will.
For me.
Yeah, awesome.
All right.
I'm gonna pull one more water out of my backpack, and I'm just gonna like, if you want that's what the plants crave.
I mean,
The
you
plant's
guys don't look great. Are you okay?
Yeah, we're great. What are you talking
We've been-
about?
It was just
Yeah.
there was a little accident when we were camping or hiking.
All of you roll a deception check,
Fuck.
please.
I look fine,
I know
He
you
does
do.
look fine.
but I shall roll a deception check. You ready for this?
Uh-oh.
We're gonna go. We're gonna pop off.
That's a 10.
13.
There's a 22.
He believes Austin. He's
Yeah.
like, okay. And he looks at the other two of you and he goes, did you need us to like call the hospital or something? Did you need like a ride?
No.
Oh no, I'm a licensed medical
no.
professional, so like we've already
Oh,
taken
I have
care
a
of all of
license
that.
to, and then I walk away.
A license to something.
A license to-
So as you walk out of the garage, it's probably like by the time you got back, it's probably like 4 in the
Okay.
afternoon. What would you like to do?
Head up to Dolores's, I guess, and we have a little hike of about us 15 minutes.
Before we leave the van, I want to pull a couple more rations and water packs out of the
Okay.
replenish my stock. You know.
Okay. Did you want to rest at all or anything like that? You do have rooms here at the Sleepy Elm, and you can also sleep in the van if you wanted.
The way you ask that question makes me want to say yes, but also I
This
feel
is
like
me as your friendly neighborhood DM.
Okay. Power nap?
power
Power
nap.
nap? I'm a little.
I'm
You know,
worried about Dolores though.
Do you know what you could do instead of a power nap? Take a hit on that vape.
Oh my god. I'm worried about Dolores, honestly. I really want to go check on her. She didn't come into work today. That's concerning.
For the sake of narrative, because this is a lower magic real world setting, if you took a power nap, I would allow you a long rest because it is an intentional sleep.
Oh.
Because I'm a cool DM.
You're
Don't
like the
look-
coolest.
Don't look at
Don't look
DM
at
in
gift
the-
long
in the-
rest.
Yeah.
That's
No.
a joke.
Don't ever look a gift long rest.
Power nap
But
Power
what you do
nap.
have to tell
Yeah.
me is where you sleep.
in the van.
All of you?
If they're working
Yo.
on the van, I'm gonna go into the hotel.
They're
room.
working on the van.
Yeah. That's
In the
Oh
garage.
damn, I will go sleep in the hotel then.
Are you all in the same room or are you all in separate rooms?
I got probably separate. I think.
I think we should stay in the same room, and I'm going to put
I
my bed
agree.
against the door.
I would probably sleep in a chair like watching Luther because I am concerned about how much damage she took. So
Okay.
I'd probably just do the hospital chair hunch thing where you know,
Linus can sleep anywhere.
Linus can sleep literally
Yeah.
anywhere. Because
Anywhere.
he's a
Any
nurse.
healthcare
Yeah.
professional can sleep literally anywhere.
Austin
Um,
is going to grab his mattress from his room, drag it into Luther's room, and then put it by the door.
Okay. So the 3 of you are staying in one room
Yeah.
In Luther's, yeah.
in Luther's room. Okay.
Luther doesn't have a choice in this.
Perfect. So so you walk out. You walk back through. Do you walk through the restaurant or do you walk through the lobby of the hotel?
Probably the lobby for me.
Okay.
Probably the lobby. I'd grab a bunch of snacks from the van and then go through the lobby.
Yeah,
Cool.
sure.
You can roll a perception check as you walk through the lobby.
-1. Oh, it's a 16.
Ooh. That is a 25.
Okay.
27.
Awesome. So with your just the keenest eyes, you're taking a look through the lobby as you walk through, and you have your room keys already. As you're walking down the hallway towards the Luther's room, you see a photo on the wall, and it's older. Looks to probably be from about maybe 35 years ago. You see a young woman, younger. She's got a braided hair down the back. She's wearing an apron, plaid shirt. This is very easily marked as Dolores. And your vision immediately shifts to the man standing next to her. He looks to be probably in his 30s. Standing about 6 feet. An awkward stance. Looks uncomfortable. Brown hair parted in the center, slightly curled at the end. Compared to Dolores's dress, manner of dressing. He is exceedingly formal in a stiff black suit and white dress shirt. That's Lewis standing next to her. And that's where we're going to take our break.
I'm gonna snag that shit off the wall.
That's what we're going to, and below it, it says the Dodgsons. And that's where we'll take our break. So we will be back.
Fuck.
We will be back in a tight 8 minutes. Grab yourself some non-polluted water, some ration snacks from your van, and buckle up your butts. We will be back very soon. Bye.
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 It's me, Adam, and I'm here to talk to you about the sponsor for tonight's episode, Legendcraft. Legendcraft is a Canadian woodworking company that makes D&D and tabletop gaming tables and accessories. They are a couple of passionate crafters that create items that will instantly become a highlight of any tabletop or RPG player's game night. An absolute favourite of mine is the Mountain King board gaming table. This table is bonkers cool, looking like it is straight out of a Dwarven King's Hall. It's really unlike anything I've ever seen. We feel really good about endorsing this Canadian business that brings so much passion into something we care so deeply about. So head over to their Instagram at legendcraft.ca to have a look at what they're making and let them know that Blackwater sent you. And if any of you fall in love with any of their amazing products, you can go to their website and use the promo code Blackwater for 5% off. It supports a Canadian business and also helps support our stream in this crazy D&D game we love. Thanks, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Are you a good dad
We're
though?
live.
I think we're live, and Cody did a very interesting job of counting us in.
Particle problem.
This is the vibe that it was, yeah.
I'm so here for that. Okay. So right before the break, we left off with the three of you walking down to Luther's room and coming across a photo of a young Dolores and a man that without a doubt is the same man that you sat across from dinner from at your mother's 3.5 months ago. Looks exactly the same.
Absolute dingus.
And the asymmetrical dingus that is Lewis Carroll. Yeah.
I
Does it
do
look like Lewis
snag it
Carroll?
off the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Lewis. Yeah.
As we walk by, I just like snag the painting off the wall while we're heading to Luther's
It's like a
room.
big painting, or it's like a big picture. It's like,
Oh, is it?
yeah, like
I'll pick it up.
framed.
I'll take
Okay.
I'll help.
Okay.
I'm taking.
Okay.
I'm
You take
taking
it
it.
off the wall. Yeah. You take it into the bedroom with you.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you like to do with it?
I want to flip the frame over. And is it one of the like really, really well framed ones, or is it one of the ones that has those little sad staples in the back?
Sad
that you can-
staples.
Cool. I'm gonna pop those sad staples off and check for any like writing on the back of the photo or anything like that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it looks like a professional portrait that has been taken.
Okay.
And yeah, the date on it is about 35 to 40 years ago.
And the plaque underneath it had said Mr. and Mrs., right?
The
Or-
Dodgsons.
The Dodgsons. God, Lewis Carroll couldn't come up with a better last name than Dodgson. What the fuck? And I'm saying that in character.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean,
Because I'm an idiot, Adam Lucas
Mhm.
is an idiot. Does the name Dodgson mean anything to us?
Lewis Carroll was a pen name. Dodgson was his actual name.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't either.
Charles Ludwig
Charles
Dodgson.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing shade on his last name like really super hard.
Oh, one sec. I'm just gonna hit up.
Can I Google
real
what
quick.
his wife looked like?
Yeah. As far as you know, from the Wikipedia, I don't believe he was married. Maybe I was reading wrong, but in this universe, he's not married. He's not married.
I'll Google
Okay.
it real quick.
In this Google universe, he's not married.
Okay.
Nothing.
He
is-
was. Dolores was married to, or is it brother? How are they standing in the photo? Were they hugging? Is it?
It looks like a married couple.
Oh, gross.
Oh, okay. Power nap, and then we gotta go talk to Dolores, you guys. This is a problem.
Yeah, but first we got
um,
old, very
As,
snoring.
Right, is there anything you'd like to do before you go to sleep?
I'd like to just like pop the photo back in the frame and then just quickly go like, whoop. I don't want it in the
Can
room
you
while
roll
we're
me a
sleeping.
D20, please, and you can add your dexterity.
Is that a natural one?
No,
3.
but it's a 3.
Yeah, you
Nice.
get the photo back in there.
It's upside down.
It's wrinkled for sure, and you
oh,
cannot
mhm.
get it to lay flat with the
That's
matting.
fine.
Yeah.
I don't like him
And you put it back on the wall, it's tilted. You can't get it to stay straight.
As I'm walking away, I'm gonna be like, "You deserve it, you asymmetrical fuck," and then I'm gonna get back to the room, and I'm gonna power nap in my chair.
Do you all anything the rest of you, either Austin or Luther, would like to do before you sleep?
Yeah, I'll hit up like Hinge and Tinder and just like see.
Oh no, it's 4 p.m. and I'm a bit older. I'm out.
You're right.
Okay, Luther is out. Austin, I'd like you to roll me a D100, please.
And do
The Tinder roll.
25.
There are 25 people on Tinder within the like nearest 100 miles. It's slim pickings.
This town sucks. I'm gonna go pull the sheets up.
I came here for fantasy M, not for my real life.
As you all fall asleep, I need you all to make me intelligence saving throws, please.
Oh, I'm bad at these. But we
Uh-oh.
have.
Wait, do you get
I
my
rolled well,
plus?
though.
Yes, you would get Luther's plus.
Is that plus?
Don't you dare.
What?
So wisdom?
Yes.
Intelligence?
It's intelligence saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
What's your plus? What's your plus?
Isn't it my charisma?
Yeah.
Then it's 5.
Oh dang, son.
22.
Okay. Intelligence? Okay.
Luckily.
Okay.
So let's do some math together. With a natural fucking 19, I've been rolling a lot of natural 19s.
Heyo.
-3 from
Plus
intelligence goes down to a 16. Plus 5, that's a 21 right there.
Okay. That's close, but not enough.
Dang.
So actually, we're going to back up a little bit. But now that I know you failed all the save, this is good. This is good. You all level up.
All failed to save?
You all failed the save.
Sick.
Okay.
But you do all level up. What are you taking for to go from level 15 to level 16?
Let me look at D&D.
I'll go first then.
Please
because,
sponsor us.
people haven't. I've already chosen.
Okay.
I am taking a feat,
Yes.
and it will shock no one
Uh-huh.
that I am taking the feat. Inspiring leader. I get to talk for 10 minutes and make my family feel better.
That has
Amazing.
never been the case.
I love that. But now it happens.
It's going to be exclusively talks about how hot my family is and how hot my siblings are. Admit your hotness. Fucking embrace it.
Love this. Wonderful. Yes.
Worst
So
time of
feeling like you really need to bolster your family. You feel this like kind of sudden surge of like, yeah, this is my job now. I am the one who needs to convince my family that they're worth it.
Yeah.
But you're going to start with hotness. That's what you're starting.
Cody,
Great.
Cody, peep my globes right now. Cody, peep my
I
globes.
want to peep your
Peep my
gloves.
gloves.
Don't make
Peep
me
my
peep your
globes right now,
gloves.
Cody, peep
Don't
my
make me
globes
peep
right
your
now.
glo- Okay.
You hot as fuck, motherfucker. Peep my globes.
Okay. I
What
hate
did
it.
Linus take for a level up?
Linus is also taking a feat.
Okay.
And due to their tumble into blackness and being caught by the terrifying deer god creature, they're feeling pretty lucky,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
you know. And Linus just is
Living on
really
that luck.
living on that luck, and
I love
feeling
that.
luck.
I
Yeah.
love that for him. So
I
good.
do too.
Take a hit from
You
that
got
fake
it,
pen,
buddy.
And Luther, what are we doing?
Still in his pocket.
I realize I don't think this character's in something that's shared.
Oh, as in you're looking for a feat that you don't necessarily have access
I
to?
think so. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
no.
What feat
I
are
got
you
I got
wishing
I
to
got you.
take?
Something that helps me protect my family.
My characters.
I think
I
this
got you. I
one
got you. I
will
got
do it.
you. No, not my characters. My campaigns. Create a campaign. The Hotsons.
I mean, I believe your last name is Grimm.
But you know,
The
that
soggy
That's
and then I'm
I
gonna
love
go
that
ahead,
you call it that.
copy link.
I'm
Cody?
gonna take
Boom, link right there.
thank you. I'm gonna take Sentinel.
Awesome. Okay,
Okay.
so Luther, you've always had good reflexes. You're very keen, but you never turn down a hunt. And if that prey is going to try and leave your space, you're going to fucking make him stay.
Absolutely.
Nice.
If anything tries to attack my family, I want to be there first.
Absolutely. So, feeling like you're a bit renewed and revigored, you decide to take a power nap before going to see Dolores. And as you all fall asleep, it is as if you tumble into sleep. It is not a peaceful drift into sleep. You open your eyes and you are at the base of a staircase. Looks to be in an older, kind of colonial-ish, it's like an older style house with a large kind of tower attached to it, sitting. Your eyes kind of are out and then zoom in. You have the feeling of both viewing and being viewed. It is an uncomfortable feeling to try and reconcile as you are jostled into this dreamscape. The downstairs of the bottom of the stairs is pristinely decorated. It is older style, very homey. It looks lived in, cared for. As your eyes draw up the stairs, both viewing and seeing yourself at the bottom, trying to marry the two images, you see that the decorations shift and swirl and start falling into disarray. You start walking up the stairs, and your eyes, both watching yourself and seeing out of them, stray to a photo on the wall. It features a young man in his early 20s, very handsome, wearing business casual attire. His shirt is a little bit more crumpled, not as pristine, but the hairstyle and stature. This is your father.
Yeah, that's our hot dad right there. Bam.
In his early 20s. He stands with a beautiful young woman, long brown hair tied in a braid. And you have this sense of, your dad didn't meet your mom until they were both in their late 20s. He looks younger, probably 21, 22 in this photo. This photo looks older, and as you are both viewing and being viewed, you watch as a set of masculine hands reach over top of you, grab the photo from the wall, and shove it onto the ground. It shatters. The hands are unworked, soft, not calloused, with some ink stains, dried into the skin, white shirt sleeves. You see both through the eyes of this person as well, scanning the walls, desperately trying to cover or erase any humanity in the house. You see this person reach down and drag their arm and start writing symbols on the wall in their own blood. Linus, these symbols are familiar to you. You saw them in the woodshed. We see a bright, flashing light emanate from the wall. You feel your vision then pull up the staircase, down a hallway, into a bedroom. You see a figure crying, but you don't look at her from the side. You are looking at her from the top, but also from the corner of the room. You are looking at her from multiple vantage points, as well as the pair of eyes that are seeing her from the door, and you are also seeing darkness, as if there are hands covering another set of eyes that you don't have. Racking sobs. This is a female, feminine, familiar voice, racking. I didn't want this. I didn't ask for this. The eyes then shift, the feeling of vision turns, and you see standing in the door, Lewis. You get that sensation of both looking at him, looking through his eyes, as another pair of eyes is in the room. Your wants are not important, Dolores. Trivial games of desire. My aims are more important. You watch as the man, Lewis, utters some words to himself, and he brandishes his hand in front as claws extend, green skin running down, as the hand of the Jabberwock, a smaller version, and he slashes out towards the figure on the bed. You each feel pain, and in your sleep, you take 4 psychic damage. You feel that your body, Dolores's body, winces as the blood drips from it, as he covers the claw in the blood and pulls it against the wall of the room. We see a rift, the wall separate, and the gray scape behind it, the same world of the great beast. He reaches in, screaming in pain, sticking the clawed hand into the rift and pulling out 3 small items. One looks to be a stick. One looks to be a small plant that looks to be rotting and held over the outside edges of the pot that it's in. And the final, an eyeball. He looks up to Dolores and then back at himself, and you see them both through her eyes and his eyes and a couple other places of vision that seem to be above. And he begins to chant. Energy pours out of the rift and seeps into these creatures, the stick twisting and writhing into this enormous figure that you've all seen before. The brack. The rotten plant starts vibrating as tentacles sprout from it. You've seen this before too. The mire. The creation of it. The creation of these 2 beings stolen from a different plane, a different universe. Finally, his voice ceases chanting as Lewis picks up the eyeball, regards it in his hand, and he lunges towards you. And you wake up.
Austin
You do have your long rest, though.
sits up and vomits and looks at Linus and goes, I probably shouldn't have slept after I had so many concussions.
I didn't hit you that hard with that rock.
Yeah, but we were in a car crash and I didn't have my seatbelt on.
I did forget about that.
I did too. That was not my breath. Not. You'll be fine. Let me check your eyes real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a shower. I just vomited on myself.
Yeah, go just hop in the shower real quick. But I feel we need to check on Dolores.
Yes.
Had like a really bad dream about her.
Yeah,
And-
same.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was one of those.
Yeah.
Austin obviously showers with the door fully open and continues to be a part of this conversation.
No modesty, just strips in the middle of the hotel room.
Yeah.
These are his brothers, after all. You've also
Yeah.
Family.
other Starkers.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we've all changed Austin's diapers at some point.
Also, Austin knows he's hot. Like, I don't know why we need to keep establishing this, but like, he's done a lot of work to look fucking great. He's got those
Right.
vicious V's.
No time to do your hair.
Yeah, just hurry up, rinse off. Let's go. We got it. I am worried that she's not okay.
Something's
Luther,
Hmm.
could she have baited us here? Like, could she have lured us here?
I don't think so. I mean, well,
If you all had
No,
the
I
same
don't
dream
think
I
so.
had, she was like, I don't want to do this, or I didn't want to do this, or something along those lines. Like, yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
worried. Like she knew Dad,
She also knew
Yeah.
Lewis.
and she
It
was
is
married to Lewis.
it is weird. She did know Dad.
And she
And
knew
married to Lewis.
if she knew Dad, then she knew about at least you.
Yeah. She didn't mention anything.
That is
That's weird
also
as fuck.
that she did. Yeah, she didn't mention that. Maybe Lewis has something to do. Wait, he's dead though.
We killed the fuck out of Lewis.
Did we?
Yeah, his head got chopped off.
I mean, here.
I think like
There.
What if
Okay.
he's what's the Austin? It's like the D&D thing
Revenant.
where it has to have yeah. Is it a revenant? And no, they have like a thing that holds their soul. You can like kill their
Lich.
body,
A
but
lich.
Phylactery.
yeah.
I think what we just experienced was a visitation from the vision, the third thing that he was holding, the eyeball. We got to
Oh, that would
seek it
make-
out.
with all the
We got to fuck it up. No, we got to find it before we fuck up the brack.
right.
Yeah.
I'm
Unless
just
that
talking
was
about-
the vision that we were supposed to find and we found it.
No, I think the vision is like a thing. He animated everything else, but I'm just saying, what if Lewis is a lich? So like, we can't assume that he's dead.
No, Lewis was a Jabberwock, though.
But what if he was a
No, we
a
can't.
lich Jabberwock? I don't like. We can't assume that he's dead.
We can't assume that he's dead.
I want to assume he's
Why-
dead.
I would-
why
I
couldn't
would
Dad
prefer
have
that
just,
he's
like,
dead.
puppies in his fucking notebook or some shit, and then Lewis could have
Because
animated
then-
puppies, and then we'd be like, oh, look at that, and we get a new dog.
I have a question, GM. You said we don't remember Dad ever being
Mhm.
sick before he died. Do we remember Dad ever being sick?
You recommend remember your dad being ill as much as children see their parents being sick. Like parents push through because that's what parents do.
But we've like as adult children, we have seen Dad have like a flu.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. I was just thinking maybe Dad was like a god or something, which would explain our,
I mean,
physiques.
it's. I'm not even gonna respond to that.
You did though, so
I
I'm the
hate you
victor.
so much, and I'm gonna just like keep packing my shorts, my pants, and then I'm gonna prep myself to walk over to Dolores. What time is it? How long did we sleep for?
I'd say it's probably you slept for probably about 3 hours.
Okay.
So it's about 7:30. You'll probably get there if you leave right now at about 8.
Cool. Walking at night. Let's do this.
Let's go. I'm same clothes, dried blood, twigs.
Yeah, I haven't changed.
Cool.
Austin has a fully new outfit.
Of course.
I love that.
I still have his CBD vape pen in my pocket.
Do you have
Amazing.
those pants that zip off into shorts?
You have you have my second favorite CBD
Second
pen
favorite.
in
Yeah,
your
the
pocket.
second favorite. Yeah.
Austin is ripping his first favorite. He would never
So-
hand you his first favorite.
So as you go, you walk out of the edge of town, and it's almost like with Waterford, town just like stops. There's just kind of like the end of a street, a cul-de-sac, and then you walk off of up Mountain View Drive, which is a dirt path that is obviously taken by Dolores when she drives. When you get there, it takes you about 20 minutes. I'll have you make perception checks as you walk.
-1. It's 14.
29.
13.
You don't see anything as you walk along the way, though you do, Linus, get this kind of creeping feeling on the back of your neck. It just feels uncomfortable. You're in a city that you don't know. You don't necessarily get the perception of being watched, but you, as someone who really likes to know where you are, what's going on, you're used to be around the hustle bustle of people in a hospital. This is alone. You are alone in these woods on this walk to Dolores's house.
I say when we get there, we're just like, yo, Dolores, we know what's up. We know that you we're doinking the asymmetrical dude.
Oh my god.
I don't think we can lead with doinking.
We know about your the demons and shit. Tell us what you know about the vision and how we find it.
No, I think that's the wrong approach.
How we come in hot.
The wrong approach.
I hold the gun, I think,
You do not hold the gun.
Not at her. I'm just holding it
You don't.
Kind of a reminder that it exists.
Take the gun from him, Luther.
Give me the gun. I'm taking the gun. The gun's mine.
No, we need to walk it. We need to just.
I won't
she
hold
said that
the
she
gun,
found.
but I'll just tuck the pistol in my belt loop, and I'll just stretch. Be like, big yawn, and then
Can I really strategize here instead of you talking about your gun though? Or just
yeah, whatever. Okay.
Just put it away for a sec.
Okay.
Thank you, Austin. So she said that she had found more paperwork, information for us, right? We need to, 1, recognize that this is very probably a trap. We're just walking right into a trap. 2, we also need to lead with we found some paperwork too. You knew our dad. How weird is that? And then if she gets weird after that, then you can pull the gun. Okay?
Yes. I like the last part.
Luther? I'm not happy about it. She's a really sweet lady, but if she's trying to kill us, we need to be prepared for that.
Yeah, but you're really sweet lady.
It does appear to be a wolf sheep kind of deal. Just don't pull the gun immediately. Listen.
I don't
pull the gun. I'm just gonna do a subtle
wolf sheep.
Don't do. You look like an idiot.
I feel like she's probably just scared and being manipulated, and there's a potential that we can sort of use our knowledge of that to an advantage. Maybe I'm trying to be hopeful of the best here.
No, I agree. I think that is a
Glass
very
half full.
Solid and sound plan.
Linus, you have not spent a lot of time on the internet. You don't have a good grasp of what people are like.
I spend a lot of time in a hospital. I get yelled at a lot.
Yeah, at their base core, humans are shit.
Just let me try and live my life in my happy bubble sometimes, okay? Thank you. And then I'm just gonna
and try not to pull a gun on old ladies.
All right, sheeple, let's go.
I swear on God, I will throw another rock.
So you walk
you
up
wouldn't be able to
and
hit
you
me.
approach the porch of Dolores's house. You go up the driveway. The door is the front porch light is on. The house, the lights inside. There's one light inside the main front room that seems to be on.
I would like to resolve the natural one of Linus trying to throw a rock at me, and I think instead of hitting me, hitting Luther.
Perfect. I love it. Yes, you hit your other brother with a rock.
Sorry, Luther, you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
I say nothing.
I
grumble as I walk.
Immediately go silent, and I'm just like,
Austin is giggling.
So the door looks closed at this point.
Okay. One light on.
Porch light is on. One light inside looks on.
Okay.
You knock on the door. The door moves open.
Hey, Dolores, you up? You home? Can we come in?
Great.
You don't hear anything.
Loudly announce your presence before sneaking into a house.
I mean, we knocked on the door and it opened, so. Knocking on a door is the opposite of sneaking into a house, Luther. I think that ship sailed when we knocked on the door.
Do you walk inside?
Shut up. I'm gonna walk inside.
Are there any like tripwires that I can see or anything?
You
that
can roll
would-
me an investigation check.
Yeah. It's 11.
Not that you can see.
Cool.
I would like to take a deep hit on my vape and
Yeah.
then blow the smoke
Ugh.
at the foot of the door.
You
Very
think
nice.
Dolores has lasers?
Because Austin saw it in a movie one
Alright,
time
Yeah,
where
you
you can
do
see
that and
lasers
you
through
see-
smoke.
It looks cool, I suppose, but you see absolutely nothing other than
Sweet.
your sweet vape smoke.
Clouds.
No laser tripwires. We're good on that
No
count.
laser
Alright,
tripwires.
good
So you
job,
walk up-
00 shithead.
You walk inside, and you see the same house that you saw. In
Is
your
there
dream.
blood on the walls?
No. The house looks in a more chaotic state than you saw it. It is not as pristine or well decorated as it used to be.
You should take the gun out and get ready to use it.
Dolores?
Fine.
You don't hear anything in reply.
Can I investigate? Does anything look out of place?
Where do you go to investigate? There's like a on the bottom level as you walk in the front door. There's like a staircase. There's a staircase immediately that leads up, a hallway down behind, like a proper would be like sitting room, living room area, kitchen behind there, and a like den area on the other side.
I'm gonna go to the upstairs.
You go up the stairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Okay.
upstairs.
As you go up the stairs around you, Luther, the house in your perspective seems to start to darken. It almost is like shadows tend to get darker as this is the experience that you personally have as you walk up the stairs.
Linus, I don't think we should split up. I'm going to go with Luther. You should probably come with me.
Yeah. I don't want to be alone.
I'm going to go up
So
with
you all-
Luther.
You'll start walking up the stairs, and you, Austin and Linus experience the same thing that Luther is. The shadows seem darker. It is harder to see things, and the light is coming from the living room on the bottom right side. There's no light right now on the staircase.
Take out the flashlight on my phone.
Okay. So you see, as you walk up to the top of the stairs, a floor in complete chaotic disarray. You do see, Linus, you would recognize this right the way you see. It looks like someone has tried very hard to clean the blood off the walls.
Mm-hmm.
It is just it's in the wallpaper and the plaster. It's in there. It's not coming out.
Okay. Is it like a frantic scrubbing or like an
A frantic
in-depth
scrubbing.
Okay.
It was done many times, but frantically each time.
Okay.
Linus,
Huh?
how long do you reckon that's been up there?
What?
How long do you reckon that's been up there?
Oh, God. Like probably a medicine check?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That is an 18.
A long ass time.
Like years, maybe.
Cool. So at least not like that vision that we had, at least it wasn't recent. So no extra evidence that Lewis is alive.
What if Dolores is the vision puppet thing?
100% could be the truth. Yeah.
Dolores?
Make a perception check as you say that, Luther. Or all of you can.
-1.
I'm
another-
going like this.
It's
another 13.
I also got 13.
As you start walking along the second floor, and by the architecture of the house, you can probably tell that this hallway will lead to the tower, like what can lead to the tower portion of the house. At the end, you hear this deep, sorrowful crying, sobbing. As you walk a little bit further down the hall, your heads start to begin to pound as that feeling of both seeing and being seen starts to overtake you. And I'll need wisdom saves from everyone, please.
Fair.
+5 from
Yep.
Brother Luther. So I get a +4 to this.
27.
Okay.
Jesus.
31.
15.
Jesus, Murphy, 15.
Austin,
Jesus, Murphy.
it is like somebody is driving an ice pick into your skull. You take 11 points of psychic damage as you try and comprehend what the fuck is going on. Linus and Luther, you steel yourself as you walk down the hall, and you walk past things you've seen in your dreams. The photograph that was thrown off the wall is broken on the floor, unmoved. The house slips further and further into disarray as you go closer to the tower, and there is a closed door. The sobbing is coming from behind it.
And trot at the knob.
Sorry, it opens.
Cool.
Do you go in?
Yeah.
As you go in, it is a empty room, circular. It is not floored. It is a tower attached to this house. You see it's about 20 feet in diameter, and you start to try and discern the height, and you look up. It's about a 20 to 30 foot tall room. But in the middle of the room, you see Dolores held aloft, floating in the middle of the room. She's crying and she's clutching the back of her head. You can see her eyes are closed, which are running with blood and black ichor down her face. As you walk into the room, your heads begin to pound as you start to both see her, see yourselves, and see each other. Linus, it is like you are simultaneously looking through Luther and Austin's eyes, as well as hers held in her hands and vantage points from above. And it is a similar experience for all of you. She is crying and she's, please don't save yourselves. I tried to keep it in for so long. Something's changed. I can't. He did this. It looks like she is exerting all of her will to prevent what she fears is going to happen next. And that is where we are going to end it.
Ah!
Yeah, dude. Fox on.
I liked Dolores.
I like Dolores.
Nah, she was whack.
So we will be back with this campaign in 1 month's time, second Wednesday of March. Thank you again to my lovely players for coming along with me on this creeptastic adventure.
Thank you. It's a lovely time.
Oh, so good, my sweet brothers. We will be back on Saturday with our main campaign. So come watch us play some more D&D and just win in the fire elemental plane with our dear friend Jeremy Cobb, who will be showing up at some point in the evening, and we'll see what his character is. I just received his character art fully colored, and I'm very excited about it.
It looks so good.
It looks so good.
Oh, it looks so good. Fuck you all. Bullshit.
So as we did last time, we are going to end off with a little epilogue that I'm going to leave you with before next time.
Did we take our headphones off for the epilogue last time?
No, I think you heard it.
Okay, cool.
Heard it.
Heard it. All right. So as our brothers approach the tower and walk inside, our view zooms out again, out the tower windows of this lone house in the woods. As we move up a short distance, a rock face to an outcropping. The low hanging cloud in the night sky obscures some of our view as we move closer to the ledge, seeing the outline of a figure perched on the cliff face regarding the house below. Hello, hi, Dork
Hi,
Tales.
Dork
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the raid. We are almost on our ending here, but you can stay for this sweet little teaser here at the end. As this creature sits perched on the cliff face, small bits of earth are falling off, singed and smoldering with the heat of the creature sitting atop of it. We hear heavy breath exhale. bestial, a grunting under each breath. It's hot against the fog. As we move closer, the fog parts a bit, and we see this creature pull itself to all fours, sniffing the air with its goat-like snout, pulling the breath through its nose and mouth to try and taste it. As we hear the yelling coming from the house below, Dolores' screams at you to leave. The creature scowls, its eyes alight with a fire beneath. As the eyes narrow, it reaches up once more, pulling a small thing, a creature, another little creature, off of its horns and ripping it in two with its teeth, blood dripping down the side of its face. A growl emanates low in its chest, not of the fury of the last time we saw this creature, but a slow, burning rage threatening to erupt into a roaring inferno. It stands to its full height, dropping a piece of paper off the cliff, the flames curling around it in a way we've seen before. Again, it's glossy paper, a picture of a woman encircled by eyes, blood and ichor running down her face. Words and numbers are caught in the firelight, and we zoom in closer. Languages: deep speech, telepathy, 120 feet. True sight, 120 feet. Regeneration. Regains 20 hit points at the beginning of each turn. If it takes radiant damage, this trait doesn't function for 1 round.
We good.
The vision only dies if it starts its turn at 0 hit points and does not regenerate. Rend reality. Costs 3 legendary actions, 2 if in lair. The pieces of ash separate into the light breeze as the creature stands, a smile curling across its face. The first trace of any humanity that we have seen. It reaches a hand down into the leaves and debris of the forest. Despite the wetness of the previous rain the night before, it alights a small patch. It then watches as the fire moves towards the tree line, steadily, as it weaves its way over to a base of a tree. One of the old conifers begins to catch as we hear it speak.
Let it all burn down. Our grim reckoning begins.
And that is where we end.
Ah!
Good
Fuck
night,
yeah.
everyone. We're actually gonna raid. We're gonna raid.
We're gonna
so
raid.
stay in our out screen, and
I do
Adam's gonna
that?
take us over. I'll take us over. We love you guys. See you on Saturday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.